Hey YouTube, Sokyo here, and the speed of light, c, is 299,792,458 meters per second. It's always this speed no matter if the light is moving away or towards you, or just you're stationary relative to it. But anyway, this is an impossible barrier for anything massful to reach, and especially not to surpass. That would be very interesting if you were able to go faster than light, and I have another video talking about that if you want to think about that. But this means that, say, visiting the Andromeda Galaxy would take at least 2.5 million years, though, because it's 2.5 million light years away, and we have to travel a very, very tiny amount below the speed of light, of course. But there is actually a way around this. The idea is, what if you don't move your spaceship at the speed of light or quicker? You move the space around it at the speed of light or quicker. You move the objects towards it at the speed of light or quicker. That's kind of how it works. It doesn't move the objects that you're traveling towards you quicker than the speed of light, but the space in between you and the object, it does. It uses a special field that will require material called exotic matter, which I'll get into in a second. But the way that it works is it collapses space-time in front of it and expands space-time behind the Alcubierre drive spaceship. And the spaceship would have a field where space-time is flat. What this means is that there are no gravitational massful objects that are influencing this plane of the universe, basically. So it's completely stable. There's no influence of any objects on it, which is kind of impossible to create without this material that I'm going to reference in a second, the exotic matter. But this is a bubble and the areas around it are collapsed and expanded, and this could allow for faster than light travel, even though for the person on the Alcubierre drive, they wouldn't feel anything at all because they're not actually moving, the space around them is moving. But here's the problem. Exotic matter is needed. Exotic matter is basically negative matter. The way that it works, which is hard to believe and just visualize, is let's say you have an object and you start pushing this object. If you push on it with normal matter, that object moves away. You're applying a force on it, so it moves in that direction. With exotic matter, if you were to push on it, it would move the other way. It works completely opposite to the direction of the force being inputted on it. And this sounds very counterintuitive, but it'd be required to hold this bubble still. There is some evidence of it though, however, such as things called the Casimir effect, where if you put two metal plates together in a vacuum, and the area inside of the plates has less energy than the areas outside, so the two metal plates come together, or how in black holes negative energy enters them, that's the only way they can fall. But exotic matter doesn't exist in our hands, so for the moment, we can't travel faster than light.